Because, yeah, that... Coal costs, I think, are actually the, like, largest thing holding me back constantly. Because I have to constantly throw, perfectly useful trees into coal instead of actually, like, I don't know, putting up, like, hydroelectric power. I mean, obviously, a little ridiculous, but the whole game is kind of silly. So it shouldn't be, like, that, outlandish-ish. Okay, let's grab you. We've still got that rolling in, so let's grab the 2 steel. I'd swear steel was easier to make in the demo. But I don't know. And we're hungry again. Let's just eat 2. Yeah, solar kiln. Yeah, just something ridiculous like that. Instead of, like, shackling myself to this singular resource chain forever. That's why I liked the automation so much the last time. It was like, oh yeah. Like, looking at this now... Oh, yeah, speaking of looking at this now, magical. What do I need for a shrine? Well, that was just a bit of a waste. Looking at the skill tree now, leave potions for later. Let's look at the skill tree. So, probably best to go up here, get the treasuries in the vaults and whatnot, and then immediately down for scrolls. Skip all of these. I don't even know about brilliance. And then go up for automation. But, like, these are 3 skill points that I probably prefer to be able to trade back in, at least for a little while. Like, it'd actually be kind of nice if you could pay money to return resources. Or, not resources, but skill points, at least for a little bit. But of course, how do you know until you actually pick up the skill? Not until later. Oh well. Not so bad. Did it have actually made the steel? Yeah, it looks like I've already made the steel. So let's get that next vault done. Alright. I don't even know what's going in that vault. Can I get to it? Perfect. Okay, so let's give it the fish, the eggs, the meat, the hide, the seaweed, and we'll give it the poop, because I never need the poop in my inventory anyway. Okay, so now I've got some money. Let's buy a land. So I can go up. No, we need the cacti. Because if I can even just get a couple of cactuses reliably, that means sage scrolls. And we can start getting hot peppers and some other stuff. So yes, I did have money to expand. I don't want to expand too much, because, for starters, I effectively want to build a giant plus-sized base. And so, that kind of limits what I can do. Now, this is a puzzle. Damn. I was actually hoping that would be one of the buff shrines. Because, yeah, if it was a buff shrine, then we could actually do something with it. Okay. So, I can make at least 1 green pigment. Wow, that's immediate. Sage scroll is paper bottled fairy. Alright. Well, we should be able to make some glass. And yeah, let's get the rest of those fish traps going while we wait. So, how do we get the fish traps going? I like this spot right here. Like, this whole area is perfect for fish. So what I'm probably gonna do is just kind of build a loop of fish traps in here, but I think I might actually go up to that upper area. Maybe you need a sword to get the shrine. Maybe? I don't know. Okay, so we had the paper. And that should be enough for a bottle. Oh, bottles require a thread as well. That's actually kind of rough. I mean, we'll have a lot more sand this time around. Because last time we were running into major resource problems. Just keeping up with everything. Because I'd squandered all of my fish traps. Oh, we got an amethyst. Cool. Okay, so where's a fairy? Okay, so we've got the fairy. Let's get the sage scroll. See what this does. How much EXP is it worth? Not much. I was really expecting that to be more. I was expecting a lot more EXP than that. It was still worth a lot, but like 200? Maybe? Is the Sage Scroll affected by the EXP boost? I bet it is. But we're really gonna have to mass produce those if we want them to make like a really remarkable difference. 179. Eek. Oh well. I don't know what I'm gonna do here, because I could have a loop of fish traps, or we could have lines of fish traps, or... I'll think on it. I mean, honestly, we can put the fish traps wherever. Probably best to just put them in here. Let's see, fish trap. So, that is going to be real expensive filling these out. It'll be worth it, but real expensive. Yeah, if you could farm berries, that wouldn't be so bad. But since you can't farm berries in this game, or substitute anything else for the fish trap, resource substitutions would actually make a massive difference in this game as well. Because if you could have, like, I mean, quite a lot of things, honestly. I'm still waiting on a topaz before I can get the next wallet. Oh well. Let's see. How much do we need to expand? This is 240, so that's actually within reach. Because if I can go this way, that provides bones. It might also kill me. That is the mild concern. I could probably make it work, but well, who knows? We might not actually have to fight the big skeleton man this time around. We should probably go cook some more fish. I've just been holding off on it because it costs coal. I mean, we are getting some amount of coal here, but I was hoping I could use that on other things. Okay, fish is going well. And yeah, we've got tons of resources over here. That was worth some cacti. Green pigment. So, Sage Scroll is doable. I mean, we might as well do it, especially while we're poor. Let's see if I can make more glass. Can't make much though. Yeah, we want to go further left so I could get bone. Because I could dig the holes, but we don't have a whole lot of holes to dig. Easier to just farm skeleton. You'd think you could get bones out of these guys. Like, what are they? Just like weird gelatinous masses of hate? Probably, actually. Okay. So, skills. I guess the other thing I could do, we could go for the Spellbind buff. EXP when drinking potions and using scrolls. Let's do it. This is probably stupid. But I want to see summoning. And Regency. So that's just faster. Yeah, most of these are kind of bunk. Okay. I'm gonna stupidly, foolishly double down on, those sage scrolls, see if I can actually make something of them. If not, oh well. I mean, part of the reason why I'm even doing it like a second round of this is I wanted to go the opposite direction, see what would happen if I didn't immediately beeline for automation, but it seems like what you want to do is get inscription kind of early, and then immediately go for automation, or go, actually it's probably better to go automation first, then inscription. Okay. So we want to do Sage Scrolls. So 79 to about 200 EXP. It's not terrible. It's a nice boost. But I'd almost rather have a smooth, consistent flow of EXP instead. Especially because that gets costlier as we go along. Okay, so what do we do? We have resources for days. We have yet to get that don't charge me. We have yet to actually get many more banks or anything, so that might be worth. I mean, otherwise I could save up and immediately go north. But we haven't gone north at all yet. And yeah, we've got a ton of gold around. If I could eventually, I'm gonna keep bemoaning this. If I could just skip out on needing coal for anything, man, this game would be so much easier. But I guess that's the point. You can't really bypass the Skinner box without throwing the whole system. I guess let's keep going for cacti for a moment. For the moment. Because, yeah, I'll probably keep making those sage scrolls. They are worth it. I think also, based on resource scarcity, more will spawn, so if you run out of, fairies, more will show up. I think that's how it works. I don't actually know if this game is programmed for that, or if it's just kind of endless loop of thing. Just, you know, everything just has a random chance of spawning. No real sense of, like, hey, you haven't seen a berry bush in ages. Actually, now that I think about it, those berry bushes are probably the, oh, no, that wouldn't make any sense. I was gonna say, like, well, maybe it kind of works the reverse, that, like, if you have none of it in your inventory. But no, that wouldn't make any sense either. Okay. Well, best option I've got. I have no coal. Crap. Back to chopping trees. Oh, let's see. We got a little bit of cotton here. We got a little bit of coal here. We can expand again. Which, like, I guess one way or another. Hey! The topaz. We've been waiting for that topaz. Because that means I can get the medium wallet, sort of. Medium backpack. Well, we need more thread. So I need more hot peppers before I can really get what I want here. But yeah, I have the money for the Skelebros. The only fear is that it's going to be the big one and I'm going to get murdered. Don't actually remember what happens. Anybody remember what happens when you die? Or anybody know what happens when you die? Because I haven't experienced death in this game yet. And the idea of, I think the demo had, like, permadeath or something, which is obviously bad. Because I'd prefer to skip out on that. Let's let that scale up a little bit. Let's see. You can just not build the bridge. You know, that's a good point. We could actually just leave them there, or invest in archery, because I think we're pretty close to that point. I could just blink away at them from a distance. Okay, sure. We'll guts up a little bit here. Oh, sweet. Even better. So we will probably get a Skelebro out of this. Whenever they feel like kind of spawning in the area. But this goblin, if I remember it, actually has goodies. Okay, so he just wants like 100 bones. Which is tough. Considering we don't have a single skeleton. But if I remember right, he gives a pretty good reward. And now we can start getting some bones. Which means I can get the better pickaxe, and loot forever. Okay, let's see. Can I make more bottles? 3 more bottles. Yeah, let's keep doing that. Because I might as well commit to the Sage Scrolls. As we're here. Let's see. How's everyone doing today? I don't know, I had a bad day, to begin with. I think I've been maybe King Grump lately, or grumpier than usual, and things haven't been helping. Like, from a gaming perspective, everything is great, but from a life perspective, I'm like, I might be moving, I might not be moving. How do I deal with all of this? And my solution seems to be lose my mind slowly. House hunting is not my idea of fun. I hate being an adult because I actually have to have responsibility and, like, where my life goes. My parents were always obviously the ones that would pick out where we'd move to. And it was nice, because I didn't have to freaking worry about, like, hey, you know, what kind of house do we want? Air conditioning, location, how big, how small, duplex, not duplex. All that stuff. This is, like, the most adult thing you're probably ever going to hear me grumble about. Yeah, maybe there's some other things on that, but, like, it's mildly maddening, because I kind of, like, I'm sometimes a little bit tempted to just call up my mother and be like, help! But I know I gotta figure it out at some point. Might as well do it now, especially because it's not even home ownership, it's just home rentership. Yeah, don't forget the lawn. I actually don't mind mowing the lawn. I used to hate doing it, but then my parents got a, one of those, like, just push mowers, non-powered, and that made all the difference. I hate refueling a lawnmower. I hate pushing around this loud, horrid thing that, like, just isn't pleasant to listen to. I would much prefer have, like, a slower time mowing that, you know, okay, so you just have a bunch of grass clippings sitting around in the yard, whatever. And you don't have to, like, maintain it, you don't have to worry about it breaking down or anything like that. Oh, definitely should eat. We are burning through our food supply. I guess I should probably go cook some more, Oh, need green pigments. Yeah, okay. Sage scrolls are suddenly becoming a little bit more useful. Obviously, fairy supplies are a bit low, but if I don't use them for, healing and I'm just using them for EXP, it might not be so bad. Okay, what about mowing lawns? I don't know. I don't mind it. I wouldn't mind vacuuming so much if it wasn't so freaking loud. The main problem is just everything is so loud. I don't do well with noise, apparently. Let's see, do you not have electric mowers in the States? Weird. I'm sure you do, but, like, it's mostly gas. America has some, like, weird, like, this, like, weird obsession with the oil industry, and I've never understood it. I guess it's because, for a while, Americans made quite a lot of money off of, gas and fuel, and I'm sure we still do. But, like, for whatever reason, I know people that straight up just look down on people that have electric cars, and it's like, why? Like, electric cars are great. Do we want to do textiles? Let's do textiles and then head left. Skip the whole smelting tree. Because, yeah, we want to go craftsmanship, and then the other one. Yep, which we want to do anyway. Wander confirmed crotchety old man shaking his fist at youngsters and their loud music. I mean, in general, yeah, I actually am kind of one of those people. I don't like it when my neighbors are playing music really loudly to the point where I can hear it. Because that's not very fun. I don't know. I'd prefer not to hear other people's music. I'd rather listen to my own. Okay. I want to build more of those fishing traps. It's gonna be tough. Just keep grabbing pumpkins. I don't actually know if there's a cooking recipe with pumpkins. But that's okay. Oh. Good dodge. I guess that's the other thing. We have a butt ton of meat that I can just eat. Nope, pumpkins are fine. Okay, so we've got a reasonable resource there. Still waiting for 2 more hot peppers, and then we can get the, 2 more hot peppers, and we can get the bigger wallet. Can I get any more thread? Yeah. Let's see if I can get the bigger backpack. Okay. And yeah, money's not looking too bad. Fiber is shockingly low. I was really expecting I'd be getting a lot more fiber than this. Guess let's keep getting the trees here. Yeah, okay. Sage scrolls were a good idea. But I think I still stand by the fact that alchemy and faith are things that should be better left when you actually... after automation. Nightshade was used as eye drops by courtesans and made their pupils look huge. Medieval fashion is very strange. I don't get it. I like every once in a while I hear about like people doing insane stuff just to make themselves look inhuman, and it's just like, why would you do this? Like powdered wigs or like excessive amounts of makeup. Why would you do this? I like the idea of I would hate to be there, but like from a video game or writing perspective, it'd be fascinating to have like a society that more or less like actively is avoiding looking human, and so they're all like weird, creepy doll people. I guess that happens often enough in media, but just like, you know, you go down into the streets and all the common people look fine, and then you get up into the high class area and everybody's like got weird bug eyes and looking kind of like Mr. Burns from that one episode where he was super irradiated and wandering around like a weird alien. Like every once in a while I hear about like someone rich and famous in their like massive penthouse apartment and their like crazy high-end car, and it's just like, what? I get that people kind of want some of these things, but like I think if I was that rich and famous, I'd lose my mind. I wouldn't know what to do with any of it. I'd just be like, I mean, I'm like filthy rich, and I guess I eat out at like a Thai restaurant more than once a week. Then everybody else is like, why don't you have a gold bathtub? And I'm like, why ever would I want a gold bathtub? I was playing Spider-Man, was it last week? Was it only like a week ago? No, it was I think 2 weeks ago now. And that game is really fun. But at one point you're going through Norman Osborn's apartment snooping for clues. And it was really cool. I liked that. But it was also just like the least, it made no sense. You were just wandering around, and he had like a room that was just like a shower in a corner and a giant bathtub in the center, and I'm like, I would just feel so weird having a bathroom that large, let alone like just a bathtub in the center of the room. Like, I get in to soak in that bathtub and I'd feel like somebody's gonna sneak up on me. Like, if I was rich, I'd probably have, like, secret nooks and weird stuff. Like, you know, swivel the wall around and, hey, here's a secret movie theater. Or, man, I would go outside, but I wouldn't go, I'd probably, like, never go out on, like, errands. I'd probably just get everything delivered via Amazon. Or alternate grocery setups. Why do you been watching too many horror movies? Nah, I don't watch horror movies. I just, like... I just... The idea of being in a bathtub in the center of a room just feels weird and alien to me. Like living in the Umbrella Mansion. Oh. Ugh. I haven't seen another fairy in a while. Ah, but we can get the bigger wallet. Good. I've been holding off and collecting the money until we'd actually gotten all of that. I don't know. I just get creeped out by I'm not gonna say I get creeped out by large spaces, but I get creeped out by excessively large spaces. For a while, I was trying to convince my parents to let, when we were moving to Massachusetts originally, I was trying to convince my parents, to move into a house in, I think it was Lexington. It had, like, a tiny yard, but we were kids. We weren't kids anymore, so, like, having a large yard didn't seem terribly important. But, what it did have was, one of the bedrooms that I potentially would have had a walk-in closet. And I was so excited about the prospect of, like, putting my bed in a walk-in closet. So I wouldn't have to deal with, like, pesky windows and stuff. Because I'm fairly light-sensitive. And, like, I don't want to deal with, like, seeing light when I'm trying to sleep. It's not so bad in the mornings, but it sucks. It sucks at night if there's, like, a random light that you can see. Yeah, because I'm not agoraphobic. I don't mind open spaces. I can't sleep with the lights on. I've known people that can. Shell can. I don't know how she does it, but it's just like, oh yeah, it's bright out, whatever. And I'm like, no, what? No. How? We'll just be like sitting around and she'll just randomly pass out and I'm like, what? Okay, let's see. How much to go down there? Oh, 1,500. Oh, pricey. Well, time to start saving. Might as well get some more vaults if I can. I mean, I got 200, and it's not so bad. Let's see, Wander, do you like haunted mansions? Oh! Bonsley's will pop out of the... Okay, that's a good thing to know. The Bonsley's will pop out of the graves. Unfortunately, not much else pops out of the graves, so this is going to take a while. Okay, so that means we can farm them and get the next level of pickaxe pretty quick. That's good. Because, yeah, I hate these gravestones, but I would not mind getting next level of pickaxe so things go a little bit faster. We should probably also look into getting our hands on the next level of, gloves. Or, well, I guess the first level of gloves. I don't think we've put any effort into that. Right, I've still got cooked fish. Yeah, I got plenty. Keep going around here. Leave no fish uncaught. And yeah, definitely beelining for automation first thing I do next time. Food is nice, but fairies can heal you. And if you have automation, you barely have to do anything. Let's see, you can activate the obelisk. Oh, crap, can you activate the thing that he's next to? I didn't even think about that. Alright, Lumberjacking. Ooh! Bonus EXP from chopping down trees. How much of a bonus is it? It's like 4 EXP. It's not great. I'll take it, though. Especially because I don't have any other functional obelisks right now.